What's going on, guys? It's Ross here, back on MGF Customs with a quick new update video that semi-pertains to the Spider-Man No Way Home project that I am still actively working on. However, I just got in a really cool care package from Nate's Minifigs. I covered it over on my vlog channel over on MGF Extra, but in it I got one of Nate's Minifigs' new two-part Daredevil helmets, and it was honestly so cool that I had to immediately get to work on it that night, take a quick detour from the Spider-Man Customs for a second, and go back to update my custom Daredevil from the 2017 Defenders showcase. And this was a really quick thing that I did. I probably knocked out all of the paintwork in about 5 hours. It's a really cool piece. Like I mentioned, it is a two-part helmet, so you have the whole lower half being like the black part that is one piece, and then the actual helmet itself, like in the series, attaches in the same way. And this is such a cool design on Nate's part. I'm really happy he was able to get this one printed. They're not actually out just yet. Nate is usually pretty overwhelmed as it is, but these are coming to his store eventually. Just keep an eye out. Link, of course, will be down in the description below. And so these are just a few different angles that I captured of it, because I mean, really, when I made the Defenders custom Daredevil back in 2017, it was really cool. The helmet was too wide though, and it was really all I had to work with at the time. I probably should have sanded it a lot more back then, and there were a lot of shots like with the Defenders that I did want to capture kind of in a sort of action pose like this. And then also a couple years later with the makeshift Punisher I did in 2019, and this is kind of inspired by the Daredevil season 2 marketing, by the way. So this was really fun for me to do because, like I said, kind of semi-pertaining to the Spider-Man No Way Home project, I did also take some shots of the new helmet painted up on Daredevil with my Spider-Man integrated suit that I am still working on right now. This has just been a really cool thing for me to do, and I just love how the red eyes that I was able to paint in, especially this time, pop so much more than the original ones that were really kind of pressed into you know, the actual helmet, because that old helmet was another 3D print from a guy called like Cyclops Bricks, and he disappeared years ago from the community. The resin on it was like red. It was really rough and did require some sanding, and I really should have sanded more on the sides, like I said, because that's something that I think that obviously Nate really nailed with this particular model here, because this helmet and this whole look for Daredevil in the series is just, I mean, really tight and really a lot thinner in the series than my figure back then. So this was a really cool update for me to do, and not just because it was a quick thing or just, you know, because Charlie Cox did just finally appear as Matt Murdock in the mainline MCU in Spider-Man No Way Home finally, but really because I just rewatched all of Daredevil again and the Defenders in January while working on the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and I think one thing that really occurred to me this time is that I think I myself, and probably many others, took Daredevil on Netflix for granted since 2015. While I am so thrilled that Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, obviously, and Hawkeye are back in their roles now in the mainstream MCU, I really don't know that the quality of the Daredevil series is going to ever be matched by the upcoming run for his character now in the MCU, although I am still, like I said, just absolutely, I mean, thrilled that it is happening. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of that down below. Anybody who has watched Daredevil and have been following it since the beginning, and if you haven't, it is apparently all the shows now are finally leaving Netflix for good on March 1st, and then they might be in streaming service limbo until they get moved to Hulu, or maybe Disney Plus opens up a mature section. Who knows where their next home will be, as the rights apparently revert back to Disney completely. On that note though, I am going to get back to work on the Spider-Man No Way Home project. It was really cool to show everybody this helmet over on Patreon a few days ago and get their reactions to it before this video or the photos ever went up. So yeah, you can always keep up with the progress I'm making over there, and as always, the previews and edits and everything for everything that I'm working on now will be hitting the Twitter, the Instagram, and the Facebook as always before they hit the main channel here. So good to check in with you guys this week. I hope everybody is having a good February, and I'll see you soon. All right, take care, stay safe out there, and as always, keep creating.